You're watching the Gambia radio and television services, and wherever you are, this is the news at 10. We begin with the headlines. President Jammeh donates more than 6,000 bags of sugar to the Muslim communities across the country in observance of the holy month of Ramadan. 23 Quranic recitation centers in Banjul took part in Quranic memorization competition meant to promote the teaching and learning of the Holy Quran in the country. Authorities in Nigeria blamed the Islamic militant group Boko Haram for the twin bombings that killed at least 44 people in Jos. And European Union chiefs debate on either to extend Greece emergency liquidity assistance or turn off the money tap altogether after Athens rejects the bailout terms. These and other stories coming ahead this half hour. I am Alhaj Abubakar Dabo.
Delivered the message.
We thank you for joining us. The President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, Mohammed Ould Abdel Aziz, has sent a Ramadan greetings to His Excellency, the President, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh Babili Mansa, and the message reads, Your Excellency and dear brother, I would like to extend my sincere congratulations and best wishes to you on the occasion of the holy month of Ramadan. I pray for Allah the Almighty to shower His blessings on Your Excellency and grant the brotherly people of the Gambia the opportunity to witness such a solemn occasion in continued peace, progress and prosperity. Please accept, Mr. President and dear brother, the assurances of my highest consideration and esteem. The message concludes. Another message addressed to Professor Jammeh from the Ambassador of Sierra Leone, Suleiman Bashiro Drame, reads, The Embassy of the Republic of Sierra Leone, in collaboration with the Sierra Leone National Union, SLENU, the Gambia, represented a certificate of appreciation to the President in appreciation of your warmth, great generosity and outstanding support to Sierra Leoneans. The text ends. Still on messages addressed to President Jammeh, the one from Seni Kinte of Farafenni Lower Basic School states, Your Excellency, I am deeply honored and delighted to congratulate you on your 50th birthday celebrations. Your Excellency, again all praise and a big thanks to Allah the Almighty, the all-knowing, for yet another birthday celebration of yours. Sir, your birthday falls on the 25th of May 2015, which is a memorable and a very significant day, since the day coincided with the African Liberation Day. That was the day Africans got their liberty and became free from colonial rule. Your Excellency, happy birthday to you. May Allah the Almighty and the All-Knowing continue to shower His blessings on you and on our dear motherland through your dynamic and inspirational leadership. Amen. Once again, happy birthday to you, and may you live to witness and celebrate many more in the future. Your Excellency, please accept the assurances of my highest consideration. It concludes. The President, His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh Babili Mansa, has presented 6,400 bags of sugar to all the regions of the country, the Armed Food and Security Services, as well as the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council. This is part of his customary largesse to the Muslim community in the holy month of Ramadan, in which sugar is a highly prized commodity. Mahmoud Jala attended the presentation ceremony at State House, and he filed in this report. You that story tomorrow in our news bulletin. The Rotary Club of Banjul, a charitable foundation operating in the country, recently elected a new female president to administer the club. Aissatou Keita reports.
Has been formally handed the mantle of leadership at a colorful ceremony attended by Rotarians. In his statement, the outgoing president, Chief Sir Paul Odimegwa, highlighted some of the achievements registered during his tenure as president of the club, while thanking his fellow Rotarians for their commitment and selfless sacrifices. The incoming president, Fatuba, expressed great joy at the opportunity accorded to her to lead the Fajara Rotary Club. The newly elected president assured Rotarians of her readiness to transform the club, while laying down a number of plans for the club among them which includes a sponsorship package for science and mathematics competitions for grade 7 to 9 students in 2 regions. The theme for this year's event is Be a Gift to the World, and as such, the new administration is poised to extend the club's humanitarian services to other parts of the country and beyond. The ceremony was attended by Rotarians, past and present executives, and the club's main donors such as Trust Bank. Aissatou Keita, GRTS. The new
Fortunately, the headline story is now ready. The President, His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh Babili Mansa has presented 6,400 bags of sugar to all the regions of the country, the Armed and Security Services, as well as the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council. This is a part of his customary largesse to the Muslim community in the holy month of Ramadan, in which sugar is a highly prized commodity. Mahmoud Jala attended the presentation ceremony at State House, and he filed in this report.
The of sugar by the President to the Muslim community across the country was held at the State House grounds, at the ceremony attended by the Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs, Her Excellency Ajia Dr. Aissatou Njie Saidi, Cabinet Ministers, National Assembly members, governors, chiefs, and APRC party mobilizers. A total of 6,400 bags of sugar were distributed amongst the regions, with the Kanifing Municipality, West Coast, and North Bank regions each getting 999 bags. The Lower River, Central River, and Upper River regions each received 555 bags, while the Banjul City Council got 388 bags. In addition, the Gambia Armed Forces received 700 bags, Interior got 500, whilst the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council and the National Assembly received 111 and 139 bags, respectively. Later, various speakers took turns to salute the President for yet another extraordinary show of generosity and compassion in this holy month of Ramadan. Alhaji Demba Sayan, the Paramount Chief, alongside Salif Pui, Governor of the Lower River Region, both thanked the President on behalf of their people. For the Paramount Chief, this gesture is evidence of the President's high respect for his compatriots who have manifestly shown their love and support for his development undertakings. Governor Pui assured the President that the sugar will be divided accordingly. The Mayor of the Kanifing Municipality, Yankuba Koli, who also doubles as the national mobilizer of the APRC on behalf of the party structure, thanked Professor Jammeh for yet another distribution of sugar. For the Lord Mayor, the timing is irrelevant, as he was without any doubt that the President would solely give out sugar to the Muslim community. The Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, Fadul Lamin Faye, urged Gambians to continue to pray for the President as his generosity continues to surpass expectations. Honorable Fatou Mbaye, the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, said such generosity by the President will surely reduce the burden on women who struggle daily to keep their families together. He equally prayed for God's blessings on the President so that he could achieve his objectives. The Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs, Her Excellency Ajia Dr. Aissatou Njie Saidi, said Professor Jammeh has on numerous occasions shown compassion to the people, citing the annual distribution of sugar and other commodities to the masses, as well as the unprecedented pardon of 85 people from prison in this holy month of Ramadan. She urged other people who have the means to emulate the President and help their fellow Muslims. This year's distribution of sugar has long been anticipated by the Muslim community, but the President attributed the timing to Allah, who decrees everything. His wish, the President said, was to give it on the first or second day of Ramadan, but was constrained by a shortage of sugar in town. The demand for sugar often rises during this period, but the President was determined to fulfill his customary generosity to the Muslim community. Professor Jammeh also spoke of the steps his government took to ensure a reliable and affordable supply of meat in the market by setting up the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency to regulate and issue licenses to dealers and butchers. Unfortunately, the President said Gilmer did not live up to expectations, thus forcing him to shuffle the agency to ensure that it fulfilled its mandate. However, the conflict in Mali has also affected the supply of cattle in the market, a situation that is compounded by the unwarranted increase in the price of local cattle. President Jammeh, however, thanked those businessmen who heeded his calls to normalize the price of commodities and vowed to do everything possible to safeguard the interests of Gambians. He finally assured the people of the West Coast and Lower River regions that they will also get their consignment of fertilizer this week. Mo Rijalo, GRTS News.
As part of our series on Market Pulse, in which JRTS examines some of the hottest commodities usually in high demand at this time of the Ramadan, our Aissatou Jata went out and about at the Serekunda market to see firsthand how vegetables are selling like hotcakes. And this is her report.
It is during the fasting season that several people flock to the market to buy foodstuff. Vegetables are priority in the shopping list of many customers. Unlike last year, onions and potatoes are expected to be affordable.
Well, presently the market, have too much difficulty because of the onion and the potato. The potato is from here. The onion is from here. The other, they stop the other. If they don't stop the other, you know what if for say quantity or not. But now we don't have quantity. All of this, all the local onion and the potato all and the onion all from this country. That is all. But not to say reasonable small. Reasonable small than last year. This year is very good than last year. Because last year time like this, it cost more than now.
The vegetables are available, but as of now, vegetables such as cabbage and pepper all come from Senegal right now. However, the price remains low currently. The price increment depends on the market in Senegal. Sometimes you go to Senegal and find the price is reasonable, but at times it escalates. So in such cases, the dealers must increase the price in order to get something out of it. Another difficulty we face is the high exchange rate of CFA, which is used to purchase the vegetables in Senegal.
Abdoulaye Seydi explained that it is very difficult to fill the market halls due to the fluctuating prices. For now, Seydi and several other sales, people are just waiting and hoping that customers will flock to the market to buy vegetables. It is during the fasting season that several people flock to the market to buy foodstuff. Vegetables are priority in the shopping list of many customers. Unlike last year, onions and potatoes are expected to be affordable.
Well, presently the market, have too much difficulty because of the...
Well, we apologize for that. The community of Banjul Muslim elders on Sunday held a Quranic recitation competition involving 23 Quranic centers in Banjul, locally known as Daras. The event, according to the organizers, was meant to reinforce the teaching and learning of the Holy Quran in the city and beyond. Mohamed Bajan tells us more.
From 23 Quranic centers in Banjul, whose knowledge and understanding of the Holy Book were tested before a panel of judges at the King Fahad Mosque. Convened by the Committee of Banjul Muslim Elders, the competition was primarily meant to promote the teaching and learning of the Holy Quran. It was done in 3 categories, namely, the Hafiz, followed by Tabara and Ammayata, being chapters of the Quran. Careful observation and supervision on all participants, the judges declared the winners as follows. Usman Suare of Zaid ibn Sabil took first on the Hafiz category, while Omar Ndaw of Masjid Tobacco Road came second and Yero Jalo of Madrasatul Muhammadu Rasulullah grabbed the 3rd position. Abdurrahman Lo and Ndai Fatu Nyang from Imam Maska took first in the 2nd and 3rd categories respectively. The Secretary General Committee of Banjul Muslim Elders, Alhaji Ali Mboj, who shared his impressions with GRTS, mentioned the importance of Quranic teachings and memorization, while Sandy Genjai, PRO of Banjul City Council, commended members of Fisabilillah Foundation on what he described as a worthy cause. The day-long event, which aims at instilling Quranic knowledge in the participants, was attended by scores of Islamic scholars and teachers from Banjul, including the Imam Ratib of Banjul, Alhaji Aliu Maska, the President, Supreme Islamic Council, Imam Mamadou Lamin Touré, and renowned scholar Ustaz Abdoulaye Drame, among a host of others. Modou Bajan, GRTS.
We'll now take our first break. The news continues right after. Welcome back. Foreign ministers from major powers are holding talks on the historic nuclear deal with Iran a day before the final deadline. United States, Russia, China, France, Germany, and Britain want a limit to Iran's civilian nuclear program to make it impossible for the country to build nuclear weapons. And at least 44 people have been killed in 2 attacks in Jos, the capital of Nigeria's Plateau State. For details of this and other stories, we join DWTV on this roundup of news.
Britain want to limit Iran's civilian nuclear program to make it impossible for the country to build nuclear weapons. At least 44 people have been killed in 2 attacks in Jos, the capital of Nigeria's Plateau State. The suicide bomber detonated his device inside a mosque full of worshippers. There were also explosions in a restaurant known to be popular with politicians. Authorities are blaming the militant group Boko Haram for both attacks. East African heads of state are meeting in the Tanzanian city of Dar es Salaam for new talks on the crisis in Burundi. Rebel generals launched a coup against President Pierre Nkurunziza in May after he announced that he would run for a 3rd term in office. Some army factions still oppose him and have promised further attacks. Singapore has sentenced blogger Amos Yee to 4 weeks in jail, but the teenager has been released as he's already served that time. Yee was convicted of offending religious feelings in a YouTube video in which he criticized a former prime minister. Foreign ministers from major powers are holding talks on a historic...
Germany played a key role in the Greece crisis. Chancellor Angela Merkel's government have led the course for more austerity for Greece. Despite Sunday's no vote, Berlin says it sees no reason to negotiate for another bailout package for Greece. Let's take a look at reactions in the results in Germany in this report.
The Greek no vote makes new negotiations nearly impossible. The no vote of the Greek people doesn't provide the basis for new negotiations on a fresh aid program. The Greek no is also no to the fundamental principles of the aid programs which have been released so far. The most important one, solidarity, only comes if Greece shows any effort. Germany's opposition Green Party has urged the government and the European Union to search for common ground with Greece's leaders. They say talks should be held as soon as possible. We need to reschedule Greece's debt. We have to undertake reforms that don't worsen the social situation, and we need to improve investments. And most importantly, we have to stabilize the banking sector. The Greek no vote, to many Germans, it feels like a slap in the face. A difficult situation, chaos in Greece. I think they should leave the euro now. The money we gave them is probably gone. We shouldn't give them any more. The effects of a Grexit wouldn't be so big for Germany. Greece will probably suffer far more. I just don't know if more financial aid really helps the Greek people. Nothing seems to be clear after the Greek no vote.
We now take our second break. Sports is next.
The outcome.
Welcome back, and over now to sports. The head coach of the home-based Scorpions is attributing his side's failed attempt to make it through to the next stage of the CHAN qualifiers to what he referred to as late preparations. Peter Bono Johnson was speaking to the local media shortly after the final whistle in the 1-0 defeat to the Senegalese home-based side. Babakar Senghor reports.
The Teranga Lions of Senegal over the weekend defeated the Gambia home-based team 1-0 in the return leg of the CHAN qualifiers at Independence Stadium. Muhammad Waliu Ndoye was the hero of the day, scoring the only goal of the game in the 7th minute. Addressing the press shortly after the game, Senegalese coach Mustafa Seck said his target was to qualify to the next stage of the competition. The Senegalese local-based coach highlighted his team's overall performance over the 2 legs, which he said came as a result of the team's tactical preparations. The defeat left home-based coach Peter Bono Johnson needing his very persuasive best to convince a very skeptical football support as to the cause of his side's meek performance over the 2 legs. Johnson attributed his team's poor showing to what he refers to as late preparations. The former Gambia Ports Authority coach is calling for long-term planning to build a formidable squad capable of delivering the desired results. The question many will be asking is he the right man to carry on that difficult job of revitalizing this national football side? Team captain Christopher Allen expressed disappointment at the outcome of the game, adding that they did all that was required to secure qualification, but fall short of their best. The defeat was a huge setback for the country's football, and particularly for the many young players who have been drafted into the side. Their hopes of making it to a mid-continental championship was dashed in the very first round of the qualifiers. For GRTS Sport, this is Babukar Senghor.
United States is celebrating after winning a record of third World Cup final. The Americans saved its best football for the end of the tournament and then wasted no time. Details in this DWTV report.
3 minutes in and Captain Carly Lloyd converts the first corner. Team USA have an early lead and coach Jill Ellis has something to smile about. It's not the last time either. Lloyd makes it 2-0 just 2 minutes later.
It's legendary. We just wrote history. We were a part of it. You know, I don't think people really understand how hard it is to win a World Cup.
It didn't look that hard. Lauren Holliday's goal makes it 3-0. Then Carly Lloyd catches the Japanese keeper out too far forward. 4-0 USA with a shot from the halfway line. And a 15-minute hat-trick for the captain.
I called her my beast, and she's just a beast, man. She's unbelievable, a rock star. Just so happy for her.
Miss Lloyd, well, she always does this to us. She scored 2 against us in the Olympic final in London, and today she scored 3 goals. We're a bit embarrassed, but she's an excellent player, and I really respect her. She deserves the Golden Ball Award, and congratulations to her. Yuki Ogimi rallies Japan with a goal just before the break. And then Julie Johnson puts the ball in her own net in the second half to raise Japanese hopes. But Tobin Heath makes it 5-2, and USA lift a record 3rd World Cup.
We'll now take a quick look at the weather report, courtesy of the Central Forecast Office.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the weather forecast. A partly cloudy and warm atmosphere has prevailed during the day, while satellite picture indicate convective cloud over the Senegambian region, rather part of Gulf of Guinea and central part of Africa. Tonight, the weather is expected to be an isolated thunderstorm during the period, while for the day tomorrow, the rain is expected to continue during the early hours of the morning and thereafter becoming warm and partly cloudy. Surface wind will be western over the coastal area and southwestern over the inland area, and speed will be about 5 to 15 kilometers per hour. Minimum temperatures across the country will be 25 degrees Celsius, except Lower River, which will record 26 degrees Celsius. Maximum temperatures will be 33 degrees Celsius over the Greater Banjul, 36 over West Coast, North Bank and Lower River, 37 over Central, and 35 over Upper River region. Low tide will be 0.3 meter at 7 a.m. and also at 8 p.m. High tide will be 1.6 meter at 1 a.m. and 1.8 meter at 2 p.m. Wave will be 0 to 1 meter northwesterly swells. The sun will rise at 21 minutes to 7 in the morning and will set at 21 minutes to 8 in the evening. We thank you for watching and good night.
And before we go, a reminder of our headline-making stories once again. President Jammeh has donated more than 6,000 bags of sugar to the Muslim community across the country in observance of the holy month of Ramadan. 23 Quranic recitation centers in Banjul has participated in Quranic memorization competition meant to promote the teaching and learning of the Holy Quran in the country. Authorities in Nigeria have blamed the Islamic militant group Boko Haram for the twin bombings that killed at least 44 people in Jos. And European Union chiefs are debating on either to extend Greece emergency liquidity assistance or turn off the money tap altogether after Athens rejected the bailout terms. That was all in this edition of the news. Thanks for the pleasure of your company. Stay tuned and enjoy GRTS.
makes new negotiations.